Do you lack motivation, or do you just lack self-trust? So this is one of the things I found out for myself at the beginning of this year. So beginning of 2025, I've now built my business to a place where I'm really ready to expand and grow the business. I've had a decent amount of clients for a decent amount of time, but during that time, I've been learning so much about functional medicine, blood work, etc. And I've been creating systems where it's now a lot easier for me to bring on more and more clients. So at the beginning of this year, I knew I wanted to grow the business. I knew I wanted to expand the business. I'm working with a business coach. I know what I should be doing, but for some reason, I wasn't doing it. I don't know if you can relate to this. You probably can from your health and fitness perspectives. You know what you should be doing, but you're not doing it. I know it wasn't down to laziness. I knew it was something actually deeper than that. So I was speaking with a friend, and he told me that his friend was running a retreat in a couple of weeks' time. And I've done a few things like this before. So I've been on these meditation retreats, I've done therapy, I've even done psychedelic journeys, and these things have always made me break through and step me up as a person. So I thought, what the hell, let's do it. So I booked onto it, I paid for it. It was all the way in Essex, so I had to drive 3 hours to it. I had to buy a meditation chair. So I turned up to this person's house. It's in the back of this garden, very strange, in this huge teepee, all with a bunch of strangers I have no clue about, but going in with an open mind to see what we can do. So I'm in there, and it was the first night was from 9 p.m. till 5:30 in the morning. So it was very intense. So we're sat there, we're being guided through the meditation, we're doing breathing techniques, and there's certain periods of time where you go for an hour and a half in complete silence. So it's a good time for you to reflect. And about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, I had the realization that boom, I had self-trust issues, and I was like, man, it makes so much sense. So this was even down, so I could, because obviously I'm reflecting so much, I could break it down to even the times where I would go out with some friends. I would tell Franny, my wife, I'm just going out for a couple of beers, and I'll be back in like an hour and a half. 5 hours pass, and I've had 6, 7 beers, and I come back in, and I'm like, oh man, why did I do that? So it's just these small things where I wasn't being able to trust myself, and this of course was then just leaking over into business. So I'll be telling myself I've got to do these things for business and just not doing them. And my self-trust just been eroded away, and this was just affecting my self-belief as well. So it was leaking into all areas of my life. So since coming to this realization and coming obviously back home, I'm now just in a state of rebuilding my trust. So I'm looking at this from a training perspective, how I would coach you guys, and this is via a model called progressive overload. So we just progressively overload you with more and more stimulus. So I've started small, so I've even got it written on my board. So here, the first one is plan my day the day before at 5 p.m. Okay, so now every day at 5 p.m. I plan exactly what I'm going to be doing the next day, and I make sure I do it. And the next one is create content every day between 2 and 5 p.m. So I'm doing 100 days of content at the moment, and I haven't missed a day. So I'm just slowly doing things to rebuild that self-trust. So for you guys, it might be hit X amount of protein per day, or hit X amount of steps, or make sure you get in X amount of workouts. And then one way to take this a step further that I have since reflecting and coming back, and one of the other things I have been doing since coming back is journaling every single morning. So I journal every single morning, and I do 3 things that I'm grateful for in the morning. Sounds a little bit woo-woo, but it really sets me up for a good state in the morning. But one of the things that you can do that will really help solidify these habits, or these new habits, and building that self-trust is your why. So why are you doing this? Why do you want to achieve what you want to achieve? So this is going to really keep you going when times get tough. So why do you want to get healthy? Do you want to get healthy to be a beast, to be a role model for your kids, or so you can play with your kids as they get older? So you want to really think about what is the why behind why you want to get fit and healthy, or whatever your current goal is. So self-trust comes from evidence. So what's one thing that you can do each day this coming week to build that self-trust again? So I've created a PDF for us to run through. So it should be linked below. If it's not, drop me an email and I'll send it to you. But send me one thing you're going to do over the next 7 days to rebuild that self-trust. So I hope this training has been helpful. I know it's been massive for me over the past few months, just building that trust and reliability. So you don't need to count on motivation when you build reliability and trust with yourself. I'll see you in the next video.